Hey, Melanie C.
Hi, Sean. How are you doing?
I'm excellent. How are you?
I'm very good.
Congratulations on everything. I wouldn't even know which to list first, but you're one successful woman, lady.
Oh, thank you very much.
Your new album this time, released today. I don't know, you've probably seen a lot of the reviews. I was reading some of them this morning. It was called Very Mature. Very Mature.
Well, I should hope so. Yeah, to be honest with you, I haven't seen many reviews, but I think in some ways it's best to keep away from them because it's just people's opinions.
Is that a policy of yours, or would you read, if I had, because the Globe and Mail, which is Canada's national newspaper, loves your album, and so would you avoid that, or would you just go, okay, let me have a peek?
Always read the good ones. That is my plan.
Here's something that I've been wondering about you. Is it a concern for you to shed any or all of your Spice Girls image as you move forward as a solo artist?
I've worked as a solo artist now for, I suppose it's coming up to 10 years, isn't it? It was 98 when I had my first album, so I don't see myself as a Spice Girl. I've just had a fun flirtation being Sporty Spice once again, but I see them as two very separate things. I know it's difficult for people probably who aren't that familiar with my solo work to know me as an individual, but yeah, it's not something I give too much thought to, really.
Did it concern you then moving back and doing this grand Spice Girls tour that you've just wrapped up?
No, not really, because I think maybe when you're young and you really think about things and maybe overanalyze things, at the end of the day, I had an opportunity to get back together with the girls and have loads of fun and, perform the old songs, and it's not really that important. It's only music, isn't it?
Tell me what you learned from the whole experience, whether it's just the whole Spice Girls phenomenon or the tour you've just come off of that you're using now to propel your career forward. What do you know now?
So many things come with experience and with age, and I suppose that I'm just much more relaxed about things now. I feel confident as a live performer because I've done a lot of it and I enjoy it. I'm very happy with the new album and the music that I'm making. So yeah, I'm just kind of, I just see it for what it is, really. I've had a great career up to now. I've had lots of success, and I just feel very grateful that I'm still here, still doing it.
Hey, Melanie C.
Hi, Sean. How are you doing?
I'm excellent. How are you?
I'm very good.
Melanie, on the line with me right now is my co-host, Mark Wigmore. You will not like him as much as you'll like me, just so you will know. But he does have one question, so we're going to allow him one question, okay?
Oh, okay. I get my one question. This better be good.
Make it good.
One of the things that was interesting about the past tour is that the cities that came up, there was the original cities, and then eventually more cities got added. I mean, were there some favorite spots or cities that surprised you as you took on that tour recently?
I wouldn't say surprises, but it was really nice to be back in Canada because it's always been, a really strong territory for the Spice Girls.
Well, we're a colony,
Yeah, well, there you go. But, it just, when we had the Spice City, I don't know if you know about this, and there was a website and you could log on, and because at one point, I don't think we even had any dates in Canada confirmed, and you could vote from all over the world, and there was, really strong votes from Manchester and Italy and France, and Toronto. Canada just won hands down. It was, it was like 3 times more than anywhere else, and all the gigs that we did there, Vancouver, Montreal, and everywhere, it was just brilliant. The audiences were fantastic.
When you've had the kind of success you've had, which is something few artists experience, when you move forward, what's your measure of success? What does success look like for you now as a solo artist?
There's a time of adjustment because being part of the Spice Girls, it was a phenomenon, The record sales that we achieved were incredible.
Insane.
And that's not even possible in today's climate in the music industry. And when that's all that that is your measurement of success. So when you go off and be a solo artist and sell 3 million albums, you think you've failed, So it's a weird thing to have to adjust. And as time's gone by and the music industry has changed and I've got a little bit older, I'm just happy to be making music that I love, being able to go out and tour and play live. And that's it, really, and that is success for me.
You're spending a lot of time in Canada in May, Melanie C.
I am.
What's a Melanie C show going to be about?
Well, this is going to be the first tour of this album. I released it in Europe last year, but because of the Spice Girls, I hadn't had time to tour it, so it's going to be great. It's going to be so fresh for us, doing lots of new tracks. Of course, we'll be doing, songs from my first album. There'll be other songs that hopefully people will know. I always like to throw in my my little duet with Bryan Adams.
Nice.
So we'll definitely be doing
Which
that.
I love.
So yeah, I've got a great band, and it's just going to be great music, great songs, and great energy.
And will you be wearing Roberto Cavalli?
I don't know. I think. I think
over
I
it?
might wear John Richmond, actually.
John Richmond, nice
Yeah.
switch up. Well, listen, we look forward. I've got some time with you one-on-one when you're in Toronto. I look forward to meeting you live. I know it's
Brilliant.
late there, so go to bed in sweet dreams.
Thank you very much.